Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Republicans in the House and promises made and promises unkept and future promises and what they may do with them. Okay, so the budget deal that's out. Okay, McCarthy brought the deal back, and it is not what the hard right of the Republican Party really wanted. Not even close. It doesn't get them what was promised when McCarthy became Speaker. I mean, we knew back then that it wasn't going to happen. We said he wasn't going to be able to keep these promises. He wasn't able to keep them. The hard right, they made those promises to their constituents. They whipped them up into a frenzy. We're going to get this and this and this and this wild budget and all of this stuff. Now it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So what is the far right in the Republican Party going to do? That's the question. Because they did get one promise from McCarthy that they could use. A motion to vacate. Remove McCarthy as Speaker. They can file that motion. So they could vote against it and file the motion. That's option one. That is what will appease their base. They could vote against it and do nothing else, which means the base is going to be let down. And for some, that might be the moment that they start to think that the far right in the Republican Party doesn't really mean what they say. Or they can vote for it and go to their base and say, this was the best we could get. I have no idea what they're going to do. But those are kind of their options. The thing is, if they go the route of trying to remove him, there's no guarantee they'll be successful. Because while the far right in the Republican Party, they may be upset, most representatives, I think, are going to fall behind McCarthy on this, which means they may want to keep him as Speaker. If they go down that road of trying to remove him and fail, it looks even worse on them. It looks worse than, not doing what they said they were going to do. I think most people expect politicians to lie, but Republicans really don't like it if you fail. And I think that is the political math they have to weigh. The other thing is, even if they were to convince a bunch of Republicans to vote against McCarthy, vote in favor of removing him, I don't think they'd be able to convince so many that the Democratic Party couldn't give McCarthy the votes to stay in power. And causing the far right to fail, that would probably be worth it to them. So when McCarthy says that he's not worried about them attempting to remove him, because that's a statement he's made, that's probably the math he's doing. He's probably very well aware of the fact that it's a small group of representatives who would try to push it. They probably wouldn't get the votes. They probably wouldn't get votes outside of their own little group. And even if they did get a few, there might be some goodwill on the Democratic side of the aisle to keep him in power, especially if it's, damaging people like the space laser lady. Or other far-right personalities. The budget and the debt ceiling, that was really just the beginning of the political drama that is going to unfold from this. Assuming that this goes forward, there's going to be a lot of infighting in the Republican Party over this. There will be Republicans undoubtedly in the Senate saying that they don't want to pass it, trying to grandstand. So you're going to see more infighting. You're going to see more disruption within the Republican Party. It may lead to a motion or to get rid of McCarthy. I don't necessarily think it would be successful because I think the Democratic Party would actually save him. Not because they like him, but because it's good politics. It would be good to save McCarthy and damage the far right part of the Republican Party. So it's going to get interesting. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.